Okay, hang on. Right, how is everyone? Good to be here. Today is Thursday, 3rd of July. Hope everyone's having a great day wherever you are. What have I got for you just to bring you up to date? First off, then, OES, nothing new. But as always, please log in on a daily basis. That's where the information is going to be. Obviously, if we hear beforehand, we will bring it to you. Uh, any of us who are doing lives, we shall do that. Obviously, talking of lives, as you heard today on Chris and Marty's, Chris is taking a bit of time away to do some traveling, spend time with family, friends, etc. So tomorrow is going to be his last day doing his regular lives as he is at the moment with Marty. And as you heard as well, Marty's going to be doing his lives with Dan Street and Mike Ellis, which is fantastic as well. It's our very own Angie Hand's birthday today, all the way over in Germany. So massive happy birthday to you, Angie. Great to wish you happy birthday on here. And on a sad note, as a Liverpool supporter that you all know that I am, it is very sad to hear of the terrible accident in northwest Spain for striker Diego Jota and his brother, who got killed in a car crash. In fact, he was actually on his way back to the UK. He just got married, didn't he, 10 days ago, which was very, very sad. So my condolences to him and his family, and to all the other Liverpool supporters that are out there. It's a massive shock to us. It really is. Anyway, there you go. And also, normally on a Tuesday, Thursday, we have OP Digital Blueprint with Andy Burks, myself, and Gina Lever. But Andy can't get back in time today. He texted myself and probably Gina, I expect, earlier on today to say he's just not going to be able to make it back in time. So that'll have to wait till next week. So we will obviously let you know if it's going to be on Tuesday or Wednesday next week. As always, guys, I do try my hardest to bring something to the table that's of use, that is going to help you in your business. Obviously, we don't know what we are going to see in the next phase, but all these things that I'm bringing to the table, I'm hoping that are helping you to think a little bit, okay? To look at your business in a very professional way, in a way that you can utilize the things that I've been talking about in a positive manner for your business. Now, obviously, if a lot of the things I'm talking about are available within the next phase and what we are going to have, then obviously we will utilize them within our own business. But if not, the things that I bring to the table are certainly things that you can utilize, things that you can think about of how to maximize your sales potential within your business. Now, yesterday I was talking about what was I talking about yesterday? I was talking about call to action buttons, CTAs, and about how important that part of your journey of a customer going and looking at you. What does the CTA do? The call to action button gets that customer into your sales funnel. Okay. What is a sales funnel? Okay. This is if you are on, if John Bruller's on, if you can just sort the chat out, mate, that'll be fantastic. If you are looking at your business, then you have to get the customer through a call to action button into a sales funnel. Now, we talked a little bit yesterday about what you are likely to see in a sales funnel and how that takes the customer through the process of actually looking at your product or your service and going through the steps that is needed for them to either buy it or to get more information about it. Just hold on 1 second, guys. Just need to sort somebody out in the chat area who shouldn't be there. No negative. Right? We're having in the chat. If you are in the chat and you are, then you're not going to be there for very long. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Bye bye. So we're going to talk today about what is a sales funnel. Okay, obviously, for you to do a sales funnel, you have to know what it is. So how to design it so that you're going to maximize your potential for sales once you have the customer in that area. Now, a sales funnel has layers. Okay, it has what that initially going to see. Okay, and you have to do it in different stages. But let's just look at what a sales funnel is, and that is it's a visual representation of the journey a potential customer takes from the initial becoming aware of the product or service to making a purchase. So, like I said, it's a layered thing that the potential customer will take. It's a marketing framework that helps businesses understand and manage the customer's path, guiding them through various stages to ultimately convert them into a paying customer. Very, very important. Obviously, the call to action button after you've done your presentation or you have spoken about your product or service or your marketing advert or campaign has got the person from the initial marketing ad via the call to button, it then goes into your sales funnel. Okay, so you see what we're doing here. We are formulating the path that a customer is going to take from either the marketing information or advert that they are going to see, the call to action button, which they press, it then takes them into the sales funnel, or it will be via doing a live, doing a webinar, doing a video that then takes the call to action through to the sales funnel. The sales funnel itself has to have key aspects. Okay, it's not just something that you chuck together that you hope for the best. It has to have various parts to it that the customer is going to look at it. Okay, so it's basically depicted as an inverted pyramid, illustrating the narrowing process of a potential customer moving forward to that purchase. And the stages of the funnel typically includes awareness, interest, desire or decision, and actions, which is the purchase. Each of these stages represent a step in the customer's journey to the initial purchase. Now, if you remember yesterday, we were talking about that CTA button, okay, taking them into a sales area that then gave more information in bullet point parts of what the customer is going to see with their product and service. These parts are very important because they build trust, they build interest, they build information that that customer is going to have to then go on to make a purchase of your product. So you have to put it out in stages. Okay, the customer's journey, this is the tracking that the customer is going to take and the interaction with your brand to then finally make the purchase. It also helps as well, okay, to lead progression. What is that? This is the lead progression through the sales process. It helps to identify potential roadblocks and optimizes the customer experience through the funnel that you have done. Again, this comes back to data that you get back from the journey of the customer within the sales funnel. Again, it might sound very technical. It might sound like words that are going over your head at the moment, but all this information is very easily obtained. And what do I mean by that? If you have, we'll say, a 3-layer sales funnel, so that is from your CTA, your the link, okay, that gets them from your call to action link, from your marketing campaign, for instance, to the sales funnel. You'll be able to track how many people click on certain areas of your sales funnel to then obviously make a sale at the end of the day. Obviously, you will know that because guess what pops up? You've made a sale. Okay, here is your commission. But you also need to know if there is people falling off the side of your sales funnel and why that is happening. If you don't know why people are navigating away from your sales funnel, then you need to know. So how do you do that? That goes back to maybe surveys, questionnaires. If somebody leaves your site, you can put it within the tracking of the site an automated email responder that will go to that person to then ask them, we're sorry to see that you didn't go on to purchase one of our products, maybe offering an extra discount, or you can then find out why that person didn't go on to make a purchase and adjust your sales funnel accordingly so that you've got a better chance next time of that person going on to making a purchase. All this analytical data is your vision of a customer. Okay. If we're in a real shop, okay, and you are a sales assistant, you can look at people browsing your shop. If you're, for instance, we'll take it as it's a clothes shop, okay, you can look at a potential customer walking around your shop, looking at items, holding them up, maybe trying them on, all the rest of it. Guess what good sales assistants do? They'll clock a potential customer looking at things, won't they? They go up to them and say, hello, sir. Hello, madam. I see you're looking at this. Can I help you in any way? Are you particularly looking for a certain item? Can I help you? Can I assist you? Okay. That is how it works in real world in a shop. And guess what? The more interaction that you have with your customers, the better chance you have of making sales. In the online space, you can't see somebody walking around your shop. We can with analytical data. That information of where somebody is browsing, where they're clicking on, how long they're staying there, the demographics of the person, what country they're from, what time it's at, what age they are, all this information, okay, is key to you fine-tuning your sales funnel to individuals that you are trying to target. It's very important to know what your target audience is. We talked about targeted audiences before, haven't we? Proper targeted customers are the most potential buyers of your products and services, but you have to know what that target audience is. And then that goes back to gaining the data prior to you doing your marketing campaigns so that you know that you are fishing in the right pond. Your product and service might be demographic of 18-year-olds to 24, but if you are targeting people that are 50 to 60, guess what? You've got less likelihood of making sales. But if your target audience turns out to be 50 to 60-year-olds, you want to be targeting that one and not 24 to 30-year-olds, because you've got a much better chance of sales doing that target audience. Very important. So within your sales funnel, obviously, you've got the stages, like I've mentioned, the customer journey, the lead progression, and also you've got marketing and sales alignment. Sales funnels bridge the gap between marketing activities, which is generally creating awareness of your product, and sales efforts, which is converting of the leads. This is where you need to be knowledgeable about how to generate the awareness, which comes from the marketing campaign, and then convert that awareness into the sale itself. Now, your marketing campaign might be in one area, but then your sales funnel has to be in a little bit of a different area because you are talking to targeted audience. You're talking to people that are genuinely interested in your product and service. Why? Because they wouldn't have clicked on your call to action button to go and look at more information about your product. So once they are there, you know they are interested in what you have. And it's up to you to make sure you deliver the goods metaphorically in a either a verbal way, a text way, a visual way, a video way. However you are putting your sales funnel together is all about giving the customer the right information to give them the best knowledgeable reason to buy your product. Okay, this is the sort of things that you need to be thinking about, and these are the sort of things that you need to think about prior to you designing your sales funnel. Again, like I said, this might all be part of what we are going to see in the next phase, but if it's not, then this is something that I really do recommend that you look at designing. And don't worry about that. We can start looking and maybe crossing how to build a sales funnel in the future if that's not part. What I'm doing at the moment is bringing to the table knowledge about actually what is a sales funnel? How is it? How is it layered? What are the things that you need to think about within that sales funnel to then hopefully make the sale at the end of the journey that a customer is going to take? So we've talked about the customer journey, we've talked about the stages that they have to go through, the visual representation, the lead progression, the marketing and sales alignment, and the last one is the optimization. What is this? It's analyzing conversion rates at each of the stages within your sales funnel. Businesses can then identify areas for improvement and optimize their sales and marketing strategies accordingly to that data that they have got back. I cannot emphasize enough how important data information is when you are doing anything that involves selling online. Otherwise, you're blind. Without having that knowledge, you really are going in completely blind into a massive marketplace, without any knowledge whatsoever of what you are doing. All of these things that I've been bringing to the table the last few weeks are all knowledge that you can gain whilst we're waiting to improve your chances of making more sales. So why is it important? Why is all this important about sales funnels? Why? Because it improves your conversion rate, for number one. Understanding the funnel helps businesses tailor their approach at each of the stages, which increases the likelihood of converting leads into customers. Remember, when a person first comes to your sales funnel, they are just a potential lead, an important lead that needs to be converted into a customer. And how you go about designing your sales funnel increases your chances of making that sale. It also gives you better forecasting of what your sales might be. Tracking the funnel provides insights into potential revenue and helps with the sales forecast. If you haven't got that information, if you're not tracking it, then you don't know what your forecast is going to be. It also helps with customer understanding. It allows businesses to better understand their customers' behavior and preferences because of the information that they are getting back through their journey of the sales funnel. And it helps in that you targeting the right market for that and analyzing which stages are most effective. Businesses can allocate resources and more efficiently and target that right audience by the information that they get back from it. And the last thing it's going to do is going to optimize the customer experience. Funnels help ensure a smooth and positive customer journey, leading to increased satisfaction and loyalty to you and the brand. This is why it really is important to understand the layers that you put in to your funnel are an upside down triangle. Okay, so think of it that that very first page is where you put all the information, what this product is about, how it's much, how better it is than somebody else's, what is it going to do for the customer, what are they going to see if they purchase this product. You can put pictures, you can put videos, you can put headers, you can put anything you want within that first page. You then take them through a button, continue, looking for more, whatever it may be, into the next phase. And that is narrowing of the general public, okay, into the next page, which is, are you ready to purchase? Okay, you can put offers in that next part as well to encourage people to maybe buy a better version, or you can upgrade, or whatever it may be. Okay, and then the last part is the purchase itself. So you can see that it does this effect to the top, and the top is where the purchase is made. And remember, that data that you've collected from the potential lead is also hugely important. And we will go over that data in another session of what we can, how and why we should utilize that data which we've got from somebody entering your sales funnel. Anyway, guys, again, I hope this has been of interest. I hope it's got you thinking about another part of how to utilize things on the internet to give you the best chance of being successful within any business that you are going to do online. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you back around tomorrow, same time, same place on Friday, and we'll talk about another part of business online. That's it from me. Speak to you all very, very soon. Bye for now.